Hello Janine, this will be some video feedback for you on milestone 1. And if you have any issues or questions or problems from now until the end of the term, don't hesitate to reach out. Sometimes texting is the best to get an immediate answer. I wish you strength. Janine, I'm not going to open up the earlier submission. I'm assuming that this is the more recent one. And let me look at your process document first. It looks like you've done a great job in recording your process. And let's see, some of your filters, high pass filter. Oh, neat. That was so convincing, that orchid in the hair. I didn't even think that it was a composited image. And some of your color corrections. Oh, interesting. Really nice. Interesting way that you have tinted using those wave-like forms. Typography, I know it's just there, but think about simplifying it. You can make all this one line. And there we go. Okay. Whenever you put type, I wanted to point this out to you, whenever you put type on a curve like this, you have to be very careful about letter spacing. And here, for example, is a good example of that. Let me see if I can fix it. But, I see, that's a screenshot. I'll get into the Illustrator file. Anyway, you can see the gaps here. You're going to have to kern, what's called kerning, the AL combos there, just so that it looks more like this. You might have to tighten up some others too. It's always necessary to do some letter spacing adjustments when you set a headline. Janine, when I open your file in Illustrator, I'm missing some fonts. Fonts, often, like images, are proprietary, and if I don't have them, or if I don't own them, they will not show up. So I'm going to just, zip through this so we can look at the other aspects of your file. See here, the letter spacing looks good. I know it's not the correct typeface, but to kern, you select the space between, and I'm on a Mac, so I use Command-Shift left bracket, and that will tighten it up in increments. And see, this doesn't need it. This typeface is pretty good. I would probably kern the BA combo. And as I hit Command-Shift left bracket, it tightens things up. If I wanted to loosen things up, it's Command-Shift right bracket. And see that incrementally, Anyway, go through your headline as I'm doing here. I realize it's not the correct typeface, but try to make the letter spacing as even as you can. It makes a big difference. And also, wherever you can conserve a line, I would do it. No point in making 2 lines when 1 will suffice, in my opinion. And I'm not sure if this is part of the ad, this white tab there, but I think it would be so much better if the ad were just the entire photograph, as we have here. So let me zoom out and get some idea there. Consider other arrangements, and I think be careful not to squash. This logo looks a little compressed. It needs to look more like this, so you might have to re-import it. But it looks like it might have been squashed laterally. Avoid doing this. Certainly avoid doing this or this. It doesn't take much for it to distort. And just, you probably would have to re-import that logo because I'm not sure I'm getting the proportions right. And then if this photograph were to bleed off the bottom, whoa, let's see. Oh, I see what you got. Would it be difficult to move that around? Oh, I see. It's just a tint. I just distorted it, but I think that would be better. I'm not sure where the page dimensions are. I'm assuming that it is here. For print, you need to extend the image about 1/4 of an inch off the edge. or maybe a little less than 1/8 of an inch. It used to be a pica, if you understand typographic measurements. That's called bleed, and you'll need that. Put this in some spiffy typeface. Oh, and then also, if you want to avoid that missing type message, then on your end, I'm just going to keep it what it is. Go to Type, Create Outlines. Where is it? Perhaps we have to select the line. Type, yeah, here we go, Create Outlines. And what that does is it makes it vector type, which you can import anywhere. You don't need to have the resident fonts if you create vector type. Hope that makes sense.